To be completely honest, I'm not a big fan of the one-size-fits-all solution. I would much rather have dedicated equipment for specific needs. Generally speaking, I find that when you try and solve all your requirements with a single solution, you end up having to compromise on quality and/or functionality. This is exactly the problem that EPOS has set out to solve with the GTW 270 Hybrid. The goal here is simple: deliver high-end audio for both your gaming and multimedia needs. The twist is that they've attempted to achieve this in an earbud that can go with you anywhere. So, have they done it? Are the 270s really the only pair of headphones you need? Well, yes and no. It depends. EPOS's three-pillar design philosophy for creating a great gaming headset is audio excellence, microphone performance, and comfort. So in this review, I'll be evaluating how they perform in each of these categories, as well as taking a look at the features and how well the 270s deliver on the promise of an all-in-one portable audio solution. The EPOS GTW 270 Hybrid has been designed for people who are looking for a single audio solution but don't want to compromise on quality. They're also a good option for anyone who struggles with over-the-ear or can style headsets, which can be too hot or uncomfortable to wear for long periods. This hybrid approach might make them sound a bit like a jack of all trades and a master of none, but I'm happy to report that this isn't true. The 270s perform well as both a serious gaming headphone and as an all-purpose portable solution for those who covet audio quality. On the surface, there's not much to them, but underneath the restrained appearance, there's an impressive amount of tech and innovation. Firstly, as a Bluetooth headset, it's compatible with any Bluetooth-enabled device, so phones, tablets, etc. And for iOS and Android users, it works with both Alexa and Siri. On top of that, it's compatible with Nintendo Switch, Android devices, PC, Mac, PS4, and PS5 when using the low latency dongle. Sorry Xbox users, but no support for you. It has a 5-hour listening time per charge, which is about the same as other premium earbuds like the AirPods Pro. You can get an additional 15 hours before you need to plug it into the mains by using the charging case, so that's 20 hours listening time in total. Charging them takes about 1.5 hours from flat to full, although after the first 15 minutes you'll have enough juice for about an hour of listening time. This is due to the fast charge feature, which can be quite handy if you've run out of charge in the middle of a gaming session. It's water resistant with an aptX 5 rating. This means that it will handle light rain and a little sweat with no problems. It probably can't handle a rock style workout, but let's be honest, there's very few of us that can. The range is 15 meters from either the dongle or a connected Bluetooth device, but you'll typically need to be a bit closer than that to get a solid signal. There's a companion app called the EPOS Gaming Suite, which allows you to update the firmware as well as change some settings and adjust EQ presets. Unfortunately, it's Windows only at the moment. Thankfully, the headphones work fine out of the box, so it's not mandatory, but Mac users will be missing out on the additional functionality as well as any firmware updates. The sound quality is exceptional, and I don't just mean for an earbud. The marketing describes the audio as having deep, powerful bass, natural mids, and sparkling highs, and I'd say this is pretty accurate. It's a bit bass heavy for my taste when listening to music, but nothing that a little EQ tweaking couldn't fix. The high ends are super crispy and don't get lost in the mix, and overall I'd describe the soundstage as almost wide, at least for an earbud. Normally gaming headsets don't handle multimedia very well as they tend to be a bit clinical, but I'm really impressed with how good these sound and how punchy they are. For a tiny little earbud, they certainly have plenty of power, and there's never been a situation where I felt they weren't loud enough. Actually, most of the time I was dialing these all the way down to protect my sensitive nana ears. Gameplay audio when connected via the dongle doesn't sound quite as warm as when listening to audio via Bluetooth, but it's just as crisp. Most importantly, it's functional. Hearing positional sound effects like footsteps in something like Call of Duty, or audio cues like hit confirms in a fighting game is easy. For games that are more concerned with story and atmosphere, they also don't leave you wanting. Surround sound is present, dialogue is clear, and orchestral scores are given the power they deserve. Noise cancellation is damn impressive. Even with nothing playing through them, background noise attenuation is incredibly effective. These are not active noise cancelling headphones, so they don't block out background noise 100%, but in most environments, ambient noise is dramatically reduced. Mic quality is again very good for an earbud. I've had people complain they can't hear or understand me when using other headphones, but I haven't had the same problem with these. The side tone is slightly aggressive for my liking out of the box, but it is possible to tweak it using the gaming suite, again if you're on PC. Now of course you could spend the same amount of money on a pair of Bluetooth earbuds specifically to listen to music that might sound better, but the differences aren't likely to be night and day for most non-audiophiles, and you'd be hard pressed finding anything that sounds this good at this size which works just as well for gaming. And this is what sets the 270s apart from most other wireless earbuds. They're a great sounding headphone that you really can use for everything. Both the earbuds and the charging case have an understated design. The earbud shape was developed using a database of 100,000 ear scans, which EPOS claim provides a better audio seal and is more comfortable. In my own personal experience, I found them to be comfortable for the first 3 to 4 hours, but like most earbuds, they became less pleasant with extended use. I guess my ear shape wasn't in that database. I gotta say though, I can't use any earbuds for more than a few hours before they start to feel like I've had a dodgy piercing, and although these aren't perfect, they're still one of the most comfortable that I've used. Comfort may have a lot to do with how compact and light they are. At just 6 grams per earbud, give or take, it can be easy to forget you're wearing anything at all. There are 3 different earbud tips, which actually make a substantial difference to the fit, comfort, and audio seal. It's definitely worth experimenting to find the tip that suits you best, because when you nail the fit, the effectiveness of the seal and the quality of the sound is dramatically improved. The case is very solid and the earbuds snap snugly inside. It's not the best shape for chucking in the pocket of your favourite slim fit jeans, and it would have been nice if it could also store the dongle, but for charging and protecting the earbuds, it certainly gets the job done. One of the best features is how easy it is to move between a paired device and the dongle. You don't have to manually connect them each time you want to play a game. You simply turn on your gaming system of choice with the dongle plugged in and you're good to go. When you leave the proximity of the dongle, they automatically reconnect to your phone or whatever you had them connected to before. The dongle definitely seems to take priority over Bluetooth connections, and the earbuds will stay connected to the dongle if it has power and is in range. This can be a little frustrating if you're trying to use them via Bluetooth and they refuse to disconnect from the dongle, but simply unplugging the dongle when you're not using it is an easy way to get around this. Now, this leads me to a question that I'm guessing some of you will have, and that is, can you connect and use them with multiple devices simultaneously? Unfortunately, you can't, and so far I'm not aware of anything in the gaming space that can do this. I'm not sure if this is a limitation of the technology or what the reason is, but whoever figures this out is going to be a kabillionaire. You get a nice audio cue to notify you which device it's connected to, and it will notify you in the same way when the power is low. When connected to iOS and Android devices, you also get access to their respective virtual assistants. I was only able to test the 270s with iOS, but it works exactly as expected. The single multi-purpose button is used to play, pause, skip forward and back, answer calls, and you can press and hold it for voice commands. Everything else, including the volume, is handled on the connected device. Not being able to change the volume on the earbuds themselves means that for console and PC, you'll have to adjust them in the device's settings. On the PS4, for example, this means diving into a menu, which isn't super convenient. How fiddly this is will ultimately come down to the device or system you're using them with. In my experience, I didn't think this was a big deal, but there are other wireless earbuds around the same price that do have this feature. The 270s use both the standard Bluetooth 5.1 connection and the aptX low latency codec. 5.1 is used when you connect the earbuds to a device with Bluetooth like your phone, and aptX LL is used when connecting them via the dongle. It would be great if you didn't need to use the dongle, particularly with consoles, as it doesn't look fantastic hanging out of the USB port with the adapter, but not many devices support aptX out of the box, so the additional hardware is necessary to use this codec. It's also necessary to interface with certain platforms like the PS5 and Switch, because they don't allow any old Bluetooth wireless headphones to be paired with them. So, how low is the latency, you ask? aptX LL provides less than 40 milliseconds of latency. This is extremely low, and for games where audio cues play an important role, which, let's be honest, is most of them, this is a big improvement over other codecs. There are a couple of disadvantages with using aptX LL via the dongle though. For starters, it has a fixed bitrate of 352 kilobits per second. This theoretically means lower quality audio compared to other codecs, but in reality, most people probably won't be able to hear much, if any, difference. The The bigger issue, depending on your needs, is that if you play games online using party chat, you'll need an additional microphone. The 270s do have a built-in microphone, in fact it has two, but they don't work when using the dongle. It's easy enough to get around this by using a USB microphone, but this does make things a bit more complicated. This product is clearly not aimed at people who spend a lot of time talking with others online, but it is something to keep in mind if you happen to be one of those people. At $350 Australian, these aren't the cheapest option, but considering how flexible they are and the quality of audio they deliver, there's a strong argument for them being good value, particularly as they come with a 2-year warranty. This is not a product that will suit everyone's needs, and there are a couple of areas where it's lacking. But if high quality audio in a compact wireless form that you can use for gaming as well as everything else is what you're after, and party chat isn't a priority, then the EPOS GTW 270 Hybrid is an excellent choice. If you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated, and of course a dislike will let me know that I need to improve. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified when new videos go live, and if you want to support the channel, head on over to the Patreon page. Otherwise, thanks for your time.